Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. In today's video, I'm going to show off a couple of books I got back from CGC. I've got 2 blue labels and 2 from the Signature series, and I'm also going to go ahead and show you one of my favorite books from the last week. Welcome back to another video. In fact, this is my 3rd video, and I gotta say I had a small goal set for myself. I wanted around 100 views this month, and just within my first week and a half, I've already gotten that. So I really appreciate everyone that is watching and interacting in the comments, leaving me likes. In fact, if you've enjoyed any of my videos, I would really appreciate it if you went ahead and gave me a subscribe, hit the like button, the notification bell, all that stuff, or just leave me a comment. Let me know that you're enjoying what you're seeing, because that's definitely going to help me keep going down this road. I gotta admit, I'm having a blast, but regardless of all that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about some of these books I got back from CGC. So the first book that I got back, really cool book. Check this out. It is a Green Lantern 201. Now you'll see in the title there, Green Lantern Corps. This is actually the first appearance of Kilowog, and it is a newsstand copy, which is pretty neat. Now CGC is supposed to be listing the newsstand variants at the top here, but this copy actually didn't have that, and I gotta say, I'm a little bummed at that 9.2. I thought I had a higher grade than that. Now, I've read online that this is a harder book to get a higher grade in, and I gotta say, I pulled up the grading notes, and I think they're pretty interesting. So let's take a look at those real quick. As you can see here, I've got the site pulled up, and the only thing I've got for grader notes is light stacking bend, which was just a little bit of a shock to me. When I look at this book, it's really beautiful, gorgeous copy, and I can see right in here there is some stacking creases, and that's basically where this book has been sat down on its side like this, or sat flat, and had a bunch of other books stacked on top of it for who knows how long. This is not my original copy. This is actually one I found online, and I thought that it was definitely a good candidate for like at least a 9.4, maybe higher than that. I'm really shocked that a light stacking bin like that brought me all the way down to a 9.2. Admittedly, I may actually do what they call CPR for this book. It's where you crack the book, you press it again, and then you resubmit it to CGC. I really feel like if I had someone spend just a little bit of time on this book, I could probably get this pressed out and get a higher grade. I may take this down to Nirvana Comics and have them press it out. In fact, what's funny is one of the books that I chose to have them press and clean for a future video is this exact book. Well, not this exact one, but it's, a Green Lantern 201. And I'm excited to see how that comes back. It had some stains on it, definitely had some places that could be pressed, so it'll be a pretty good one to show off just how, much they can do over there. And excited to see that. If that one looks good, I may actually have them, like I said, crack that out and press it. But on to my next book. We're going to have Green Lantern number 20. Now, this is from the New 52 run, and man, what a run. I loved that run. The New 52 run was so good. Jeff Johns did an incredible job, along with Venditti. I don't remember his first name, admittedly, but I loved the New 52 series. Now, this is the first cameo appearance of Jessica Cruz. The first appearance of Jessica Cruz, I want to say, is actually in a Justice League. I think it's like Justice League 40-something. I don't remember off the top of my head. But the cameo appearance is pretty neat. It's basically just doesn't have her face, which is why it's the cameo. And if you don't know who Jessica Cruz is, you really ought to be checking out some Green Lantern stuff, because she's incredible. I mean, the whole point behind the Green Lanterns is to have this like incredible willpower, and Jessica Cruz actually has a lot of anxiety issues, just like heck most adults do these days. I don't know anyone that doesn't deal with a little bit of stress, a little bit of anxiety, if not a whole lot of anxiety anymore, with just everything that's happening in the world and what has been happening for the last couple of years. So the idea that even a Green Lantern can just be anxiety-ridden is just incredible. I love that there is representation there for that, because so many people are anxious these days. And to see this character become a hero, and gosh, what they're doing with Jessica right now in the most recent Green Lantern series is pretty wild. I'm not going to spoil that. I'm hoping we get a new Green Lantern series soon. I saw that DC is going to be doing like another revamp, I guess, this coming year, and one of the characters is going to be Hal Jordan. So it sounds like we're getting something coming down the line for Green Lantern. I'm going to be pretty excited about that. Now, I gotta admit, the next books I'm showing off, I feel like maybe I'm wrong here, but they're a little controversial in my opinion. It's kind of interesting because I actually stayed away from this book for a long time, and I saw it in stores when it was released, and I just refused to read it. The title alone, made me think like, I don't even want to be associated with it. And it's crazy now that like a year or so later, I'm actually doing a YouTube video where I'm showing off that I got the signature from the writer and also one of the artists, and that book is called Something is Killing the Children. Gosh, I hate even saying that out loud. Now, this is the local comic shop day variant, which is like a foil version of this, but check that out. I got a 9.8 on this. Both signatures from James Tynion IV and also Werther del Adera. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. Now, I got to admit, like I said, a little nervous to even say I've got this book. That title alone kept me from reading these books for a really long time. I mean, as a father, just like that title, I'm like, oh, I don't even want to think about it. And so, you know, they're obviously a horror genre and an incredible series. I don't typically read horror, but this one had me captured from issue 1. In fact, I have now gone and read almost all of Tynion's work. I love his work so much. It's just a different take on horror, and I really, really enjoy it. I think he's got some really special stuff. Now, Something is Killing the Children, just to kind of give you a quick pitch, we are following a character named Erica Slaughter who works for an organization named the Organization of St. George, and they are basically like a secret society that is killing monsters. Now, in this universe, only little kids can see the monsters, and it's exactly what it sounds like. These monsters will invade a town, and how they get created is really neat and part of the story, so I'm definitely not going to spoil that. But they will kill the parents, they will kill other children, they will just wreak havoc, and so the society goes in and they take care of the monsters, but they also take care of the witnesses. Obviously, a lot of drama there. So I think we're actually into issue 30-ish, maybe. I think 28 or 27 just came out recently. Incredible series. Really, really great. Definitely recommend it if you are into the horror genre and you don't mind a little bit of a gut-wrenching storylines, literally and metaphorically, because holy cow, some of the stuff that happens in that book, just insane. But definitely recommend it. Now, the next book is another James Tynion book. This is called The Closet, and another one I had him sign at a 9.8. I was super excited about that. This was another series. Like I said, I read a couple of the volumes of Something is Killing the Children, and I thought, all right, I got to go read everything this guy has written. And The Closet was coming out around that same time, and wow, what a series. It's a mini-series, only 3 issues, but holy cow, it's incredible. I definitely recommend that one. Just another quick pitch for you. It's basically following a very unimpressive father, unimpressive husband. He has decided that the way to fix all of his family's problems are to move them halfway across the country, which you all know, running from your problems doesn't fix them. And it definitely does not fix the problems that his little boy has got, where he is seeing a monster in the closet. So that monster follows them, and I'm going to leave it at that. You need to go check it out. Like I said, only 3 issues, so it's a really quick read. I'm sure you can find a volume out there, or even probably find each issue individually. I don't think they've been optioned or anything like that, like Something is Killing the Children. I'm pretty sure that is going to be like a Netflix show or Amazon. I don't know. It's going to be one of those shows that's coming out where, you know, they've picked up the rights to the comic characters and everything. So interested in seeing what happens. You can actually see I've got another #1 up here on the wall, and my wife actually for our anniversary recently got me some customized wall hangers for that series, so I can't wait to get those in and check those out. But to show you my favorite book from the last week, just to kind of wrap this video up, I am a huge fan of this newer series. I think there's 4 issues out now, and it's called One Bad Day. And this is this week's issue. This is obviously all around Mr. Freeze. I mean, what an incredible series. The first book was about the Riddler. The second book was Two-Face. The third book was the Penguin. And now we've got Mr. Freeze. So just like all this gambit of Batman's villains. And it really focuses on them and shows off kind of like a story centered around them. Obviously, Batman's in it. But man, I love this series. The Riddler one was just mind-blowing. I would actually say that may be in the top 5 comics of this year for me. I really, really love that book. It's some of the best reading I've done in a long time. And the Two-Face one kind of fell flat for me. It wasn't my favorite at all, but the Penguin was incredible, and now Mr. Freeze, even better. Like, this series just cannot get better, and it's going to continue to be awesome. I'm sure we've got a bunch of more characters coming down the line. So again, if you have not checked out a comic in a while, if you're looking for something new, something to try, you don't have to have, you know, 30 issues to catch up on or anything like that. Go check out Batman One Bad Day. There's, like I said, 4 issues out right now. Each one is following one of Batman's villains, and they're all incredible. You know, I wasn't a fan of the Two-Face one. That doesn't mean it wasn't great. It just wasn't my thing. I'm also not a huge Two-Face fan, But man, the Mr. Freeze, oh my gosh, I can't get over how good it was. Even the Riddler, like the Riddler one was probably still the best. I think, like I said, in my top 5 comics for the year, which is definitely something I'll have to sit back and think on because I've read a lot of comics this year. Either way, I hope you enjoyed these videos. I hope you enjoyed seeing the comics I got back. I had some more coming back from a signature series from the Doug Mankey signing, but unfortunately something has happened to those. It sounds like maybe we didn't get them on time, so I'm not going to be getting those back, at least not getting them back signed. But, you know, I got a bunch of other books out to CGC, so I know I've got stuff coming in, and I'll be picking up comics every week, reviewing some of those. I did finish Werewolf by Night Volume 1. I absolutely loved it. I'm starting to work on kind of like a first issue breakdown. I think what I'm going to do is kind of have like shorter episodes and do one issue at a time. Instead of trying to have this huge, massive, like hour-long episode, nobody's got time for that. I'm just going to sit down, do a really quick one, and hopefully catch you up issue by issue to where Jack Russell is today, or if he even still is around today. I don't know. I haven't read anything past Volume 1. But regardless, like I said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you are interested in some additional content, I would love it if you checked out Almighty Podcast and Kaio-Cinema, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and also My Hero Academia. We're well into Season 6, and oh my gosh, this season, I'm going to go ahead and say it, best season of My Hero Academia so far. If you're not watching it, you've got to dive in because holy cow, the stuff that's happening is just outlandish. But also, please don't forget to subscribe, like, turn on the bell. I don't know what my release schedule is going to be like. I'm still getting like kind of used to editing video, and it's very different from audio. But on top of that, I also have an insane schedule, so kind of getting things out as I can. I just know that I am getting more things out more often. So again, if you are back, I really appreciate it. If it's your first time, thanks for watching. Thanks for staying tuned all this time. We're like 12 minutes in, so thank you. And I hope to see you sometime soon. Keep collecting, everybody. Have a good one.